I made it to the city of refuge, but Bishop Jones did not make it to the city of refuge. And so we shall try this again, perhaps next Sunday. Not really sure. Depends on how it goes. We will see. Gonna try to make it back next Sunday. The problem is they tell me that he always covers the 8 and 11, and at 8 I'm normally at we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next Sunday. But listen, y'all, go to YouTube and just Google Sherman D. Manning / Clint Eastwood / Donald Trump. You got to do it like that because, if you Google Clint or Donald, a whole lot of stuff comes up. So do it that way. Sherman D. Manning / Clint Eastwood / Donald Trump. As long as you use my name first. I was thinking you could use it last, but that turns out not to be the case. You got to use my name first. Use Sherman D. Manning / Clint Eastwood / Donald Trump and watch my YouTube interview with Donald Trump. Clint just, sat in, but the interview was with and about Donald. Go watch that YouTube video today and tell everybody you know about it. And let's see after the interview, which is scathing, whether or not you will still be inclined to vote for Donald. We cover his hair. We cover his birthing place. We cover his ex-wife and the allegations that were made against him, which were swept under the rug. We cover terrorism. We cover his attacks against President Obama. And we cover the fact that he is the only presidential candidate. He is president of Trump Organization, but not president of the United States of America. He's the only presidential candidate in the history of this nation, in modern day history, who refused to release his taxes before running. And we talk about why that is in this interview. So if you never ever do anything else for me, listen to me closely. If you never watch another video, if you never follow any suggestion, request, or whatever you want to call it that I give on this podcast again, do this one thing. Please watch that video. Google Clint Eastwood, Sherman D. Manning / Donald Trump. Use my name first. Sherman D. Manning / Clint Eastwood / Donald Trump. If you're using voice command, just say Sherman D. Manning, Clint Eastwood, and Donald Trump on YouTube. It will pop up, and you're in for a ride. You'll be talking about this one for days. Google it. Watch it. Pay attention to it. Sherman D. Manning / Clint Eastwood / Donald Trump. Doesn't matter which one of those guys' name you use first. As long as you use my name first and those two names afterward, it will come up. Do it, and you'll be glad that you did. Numbers are looking pretty good today. Thank you all for tuning in to our podcast. Sorry that they've been very brief today, but it's Sunday, y'all. Come on now. I'm a preacher. What do you expect? It's Sunday. Any preacher that ain't busy on Sunday, hallelujah. Something's wrong with him. Something is wrong with him. If a preacher ain't got nothing to do on a Sunday, baby, you probably dealing with the wrong preacher. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is my third service. Let me see. I had an 8 o'clock service today. I had an 11 o'clock service today, and so this is the third one. So I'm glad. I really am. I'm glad. I ain't got no complaints. I'm glad. I'm glad to go to church. You think you're not glad to go to church? Y'all tired and wore out and don't want to go nowhere. Get locked up in jail for a little while and see how much you'll appreciate being in the service. Lord, I'm glad to be in your service. One more time. I said, Lord, I'm glad. Oh, yes, I am to be in your service. One more time. Old folk used to say, I could have been dead, slipping in my grave. But oh, you made death behave. Lord, I'm glad. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing.